What will Marcus Smith bring to the side, do you feel?
Well, so much excitement for a start is obvious. He's been used for a while now as a late replacement at 15. We've seen him come on now a few times for Freddie Stewart, and he just brings that pace, that electricity, that unpredictability. It's what everyone loves to watch. A brilliant attacking game. We've seen him do it for years at Harlequins in his usual position at fly half, but he's talked about how in the summer in England camp, Kevin Sinfield had come up with this suggestion of him trying and having a go at fullback, and it's gone well so far. He started at 15 against Chile, which again the fans love to see because he brings that pace, he brings that excitement, he brings that attack. Unfortunate for Freddie Stewart, who as I mentioned has been left out of the squad altogether, a world-class fullback in his own right, but they've been looking for a way to get Marcus Smith into this team. You mentioned George Ford, you mentioned Owen Farrell, another two world-class fly halves, so it's difficult. Borthwick has so much choice in that position, so this is their way of getting Marcus Smith into the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice headache to have, I guess, isn't it? I mean, you mentioned Elliot Daly starting, but George Ford has dropped to the bench, as you mentioned. Is that a surprise?
I don't think it's a surprise, having followed this England camp. If you listen to Borthwick and you've watched any of his press conferences over the last few weeks, he is fully behind Owen Farrell. Owen Farrell is his England captain, and he could not be more supportive of Owen and what he brings to this side. He's full of praise for Owen Farrell in terms of his play on the field, but also the leadership that he offers and his role in this camp off the field. As I say, he is a huge supporter of Owen Farrell, and by making him captain as he did before this World Cup, we always knew that he would be first choice. Even when Ford was starting at 10, we saw Farrell kicking. Now, one of the conversations heading into this week is what that centre partnership would look like against Fiji. We know Fiji are an incredibly powerful side, so while we might have before seen Ford at 10 at Farrell and 12, I think they need more power, which is why they've gone for Manu Tuolangi and Joe Marchant, that combination. They need more force, they need more power in the centre rather than a secondary playmaker, which is what Farrell would have been offering at 12 previously. So it's disappointing for George, obviously. He has played brilliantly in Owen Farrell's absence. Owen Farrell was banned following a red card, so we saw two man-of-the-match performances from George Ford, a world-class player in his own right, something that fans of the Premiership would have known for years anyway. This won't be the last we see of George Ford. He's on the bench anyway. So in answer to your question, I don't think it's a huge surprise to see Owen back at 10. As I say, he is Steve Borthwick's first choice 10, and he is, after all, the England captain.